You know how in stories there's always a secret password or a magic key? Well, what if I told you there's a secret magic number when it comes to money? It's not a giant scary number that grown-ups talk about. Nope, it's a special number that can make saving feel like a really fun game. So, are you ready to find out what it is?
But first, does trying to save money ever feel just super hard? Like you put some money in your piggy bank, but it never really seems to get full? Yeah, it can feel like a really tough game to play sometimes.
You know what it's like? It's kind of like trying to push a giant toy car up a really steep hill. You push and you push and you huff and you puff, and the car just barely moves. That first part, getting started, is always the hardest part. It feels like you'll never, ever get to the top.
Okay, but here's the secret. What if I told you there's a special spot on that hill? A magic spot where all of a sudden everything gets way easier. And the best part is, this spot is a lot closer than you probably think it is.
A lot of times, you hear grown-ups talking about needing $1 million, and that just sounds impossible, right? But the real secret isn't about that giant number way off in the distance. The secret is that it all begins with one special, smaller number that unlocks the whole game. And that magic number is $20,000. That's it. That's the top of the hill. This is the spot where you give that big toy car one last little push and whoosh! It starts rolling down the other side all by itself. Getting here is absolutely the hard part, but once you do, it feels like the hill is on your team now.
But here's the thing. The biggest change isn't what happens to your money. The real magic happens inside your brain. It's pretty cool, actually. Turns out our brains have two ways of thinking about things, a scared way and a brave way.
So when you don't have a lot of money saved, your brain is in scared mode. It's always a little worried. If your favorite Lego creation falls apart, your first thought is, oh no, this is terrible. What am I going to do? But when you have some money saved up, your brain flips into brave mode. Now, when the Legos fall, you think, ooh, cool, now I can build something even better. See? You start looking for fun new adventures instead of just worrying all the time. The best way to think about it is like this. Having that money is like having a super warm, cozy safety blanket. And when you feel safe and cozy, your brain can finally stop worrying about little problems and start dreaming about all the awesome things you can build and do. And this is where it gets really exciting. Once you get to that magic number, your money starts to grow all by itself. It's just like making a snowball. You start with a little one, right? But as you roll it down a hill, it picks up more and more snow and gets bigger and bigger, almost like magic. Just look at this. Getting that first $20,000, well, that's the hard part. That's you pushing the car up the hill. It might take you around 19 months. But guess what? Getting the next 20,000 only takes 17 months. And the one after that, even faster. Your little money snowball is rolling downhill, getting bigger and faster all on its own, and you don't have to push nearly as hard. This is one of the coolest secrets ever. It's almost like your money starts having its own little baby money. And then that baby money grows up and has its own baby money. And pretty soon you have a whole family of money that's working for you even while you're sleeping or playing. How cool is that? So having this money safety blanket isn't just about feeling safe. It actually gives you a real life superpower. And that superpower is the courage to choose. It's an amazing power to have, especially when you're making big decisions. Grown-ups sometimes call it walking away money. Now, that doesn't mean you're just going to walk away from your job. Of course not. It just means you have that cozy safety blanket, and it makes you feel brave. You can ask for more allowance or a better project at work because you know that even if they say no, you're going to be totally okay. This right here explains it perfectly. When you're not worried, you can ask for things from a place of strength, like a superhero. You're not desperate. You're not saying, please, I really need this. Instead, you're saying, hey, I think I've earned this, and here's why. It just changes the whole conversation. So just imagine this. Having that money saved is like wearing a secret superhero cape that nobody else can see. You might not ever need to use it to fly away, but just knowing that it's there, it makes you stand a little taller and feel so much braver every single day. But you want to know the biggest secret of all? The money? It isn't the real treasure. The real treasure is what the money gives you. And what it gives you is choice. It gives you the freedom to decide what your adventure is going to look like. So once you have that safety blanket, you can stop worrying about the little tiny things, like the price of a piece of candy. Your brain is suddenly free to think about the big, fun questions in life. Things like, what amazing place do I want to visit?
What new cool game do I want to learn how to play? Am I having the most fun I possibly can?
And let's be super clear about this. This whole thing isn't about being stingy or never buying fun toys again. Actually, it's the total opposite. It's about being able to choose the very best toys, the ones that will make you truly, really happy, instead of just getting whatever is cheap or easy.
So, you see, getting to that first magic number, that's not the end of the story. That's not the finish line. It's the very beginning. It's the starting line of your own amazing money adventure, and you get to be the hero.
So you have the secret map, you have your cozy safety blanket, and you have your invisible superhero cape. Your adventure is just starting. The only question left to ask is, where are you going to go next?